Well, the day before Thanksgiving was not kind to Dallas, but the Stars are hoping for a return to home ice could make the day after Thanksgiving more enjoyable, while the visiting Ottawa Senators look to make it a Black Friday.
Spot duty, most of his career has been in the American Hockey League. Shot from the point, deflects up, off of Shore. Chabot slips down the wall, and now off for Ryan, centering feed, and they score! The Senators on the board first. It's Ryan Dzingel, just over 3 minutes in.
The Senators able to barge the puck down deep and then work from in behind the net. Sweet little backhand feed. Bobby Ryan, whether he's on his forehand or backhand, can find people. The Stars don't get under the stick. There's no coverage there, and it is a bang-bang chance for Dzingel, who puts Ottawa up 1-0.
They pulled it right back in on Anderson. Not out of danger yet. Now it's played out, and all of a sudden turns into a 2-on-1. Stone in front, and Tkachuk put it just wide.
Little bank pass, 2-on-1. Bayreuther trying to cut off the pass, at least force the elevated pass, and Tkachuk couldn't get a shot on net.
Captain nearly turned it over off the stick of Stone, and he'll catch up himself, does Ben, across the line. And laterally through the zone. Seguin backdoor, Radulov a shot, and it stayed out. Anderson got a piece. Not sure if the bar did behind him also. Stopped for a little bit and recognized so many in the fight. Play continues in front. Here's Ben on the doorstep, and he scores! Jamie Benn, the answer for Dallas. It's a 1-1 hockey game.
That rambunctious play by Radulov, and then the quick bang-bang. And Jamie, nobody had him in front of the net. He tucks this one up over top of Anderson. No chance whatsoever. And that goalless stretch for the captain is toast.
Couple of extra whacks. Nichushkin to his right. And now fighting through it. Nice move. Pitlick pulled it and then knocked out of midair by Faksa just wide.
Toe drag, ripper. This is a great look at it. Pulls it into his feet. Snaps it on net. Would have been an interesting call if Radek Faksa had a bunted or hacked that rebound in. It still counts as two.
Quick off the draw, and it hits the pipe. Ryan with the wrister. Cleanly past Hudobin. Harper from the near side.
Fadoon's backside, number 42, was screening his netminder.
From the far circle, it came right back to Stone. Now Chabot upstairs, and a save made. Hudobin jumped over Ryan. Now Chabot through traffic stop, rebound. What a save! Hudobin, and Tkachuk gets the putback, his second effort. And the Senators are back in front.
Well, you can't ask the right pad of Anton Hudobin to make 4 saves in a row. He'll make 3, but it's the 4th one that cashes in for Ottawa. Stars got swimming a little bit with their defending. Tkachuk got interior, and nothing Anton could do on that one. You shouldn't ask your netminder to make 4 saves in a row when you're killing penalties. Whether sometimes the unfettered game of the Senators just becomes intoxicating and drives you out of what you really want to do.
Radulov finds a man off the bench, and Heiskanen who scores! Miro Heiskanen, tie game 2-2.
Oh, this was a slide play by the Stars, and the ability to slide a guy on the ice in the second period in the attacking zone. Nice delay by Radulov. Heiskanen's shot about 2 seconds after it left his stick blade went off the Senator forward stick. Sifted past Anderson. We got a game knotted at 2.
To center ice.
It's a good hustle by Radulov to come back and support these 2 D-men. He was deep in the zone offensively.
Badoon back in for Seguin, and now a shot. Nichushkin stopped, and another penalty upcoming. Stars are set up. Spezza to Heiskanen. Has a goal in the hockey game. It's the most recent one. Gets it back from Seguin. A wrist shot. Glove save. Anderson.
Spiffy.
It's scooping and going the other way. Tierney enters the Star zone. Pass in front. Loose. And Hudobin poked it away. Stone was there. Now it's Shore. The counterattack against Harper. Gets through him. Shore pulled down. Fadoon. He scores! Taylor Fadoon. Welcome to Dallas. The Stars have the lead.
Away they come. Great play by Hudobin. Otherwise, it's a dunk for Tkachuk. some deft stick handling, some wonderful patience by Fedun right in front of the net. I mean, a lot of guys would have just jammed this. He was like a Tibetan sand artist with that one. Goes backhand, shelf, and the Stars are up 3-2.
Now played, top of the zone, Shabbat to Batherson. Duchesne one-touched it, Hudobin stayed with it to deny Tkachuk from close range.
Boy, that's a tough play to defend when the puck is singing like that. Too many guys, too much movement. You can see how Esa Lindell gets sucked out of that position, and then they just work that triangle down low.
1 for 2, the Senators on the man advantage. Now a turnover, here's Devon Shore. Cutting, tried to find Spezza, who couldn't bunt it out of midair. Now Heiskanen, his wrist shot, score! Spezza redirected it, 4-2 Dallas.
After a tidy penalty kill, the former Senator comes back to give him some breathing room. Nothing worse than the soft backhand saucer through the middle in your own zone. Quick flick of the wrist by the kid, Heiskanen from the blue line with the drive-by. Deft deflection by number 90, but he just tacked another one on, and that has to feel like a much more comfortable lead.
Could be on hat-trick watch. They haven't changed it officially yet. Janmark up top, Dickinson winds to his left, Lindell a shot, he scores!
It's oxymoron night at American Airlines Center. The Stars defense has gone on the offense. Lindell gets it, rips it 5-hole with Como cruising in front. Anderson can't close it down, probably got messed up by that drive-by. And Lindell, who is smoking hot. The Finns have got it going on.
He's now got points in 10 of the 13 games he's played this year. You want to talk about a difference maker. Man, did they miss him. Here's a shot, score! Through traffic, past the glove of Hudobin. And it's Lajoie who has the Senators back on the board.
Their best face-off man, Duchesne, rips it back. And Hudobin never found it. He was looking through the mess of humanity between that shot from the blue line. Boy, the defensemen are deadly tonight.
From between the hash marks. Nicely set up. Then it's broken free. Here's Ryan, a 2-on-1 with Smith. Ryan to Smith, he shoots and scores! The Senators are within a goal with 6:06 to play.
On the forecheck, saucer pass one way. Questionable decision by Bayreuther to push up on that one. And just a gauzy saucer pass by Bobby Ryan to Smith, who finishes it. That's Ryan's 3rd assist of the night.
Bayreuther and Fedun are the defensemen, and the Senators win the draw, but they don't keep it in. A bid for the empty net will go in! And I believe it's Gavin Bayreuther who gets his first in the NHL, and it may have just iced it. Trying to catch up was Heiskanen. The Senators close the door, but the Stars win the night in a wild one. 6-4 Dallas.
Yeah, that was an unmanned fire hose tonight. They finally got a grip on it, thanks to their defense core more than anything. What a crazy game, and the Stars outpunch, outlast the Senators 6-4.